Hey guys, what's going on? It's Lefty from 643 Productions back again with another video commentary, and happy election day to you and yours today, November 6th, 2012. Many Americans across the country, maybe even some of you, though some of you may not be old enough to vote, some of you are, and fewer still of you are probably going to go out and vote, pull that lever, check that box, however your region does it. A lot of you are going to go vote and select, have a hand in selecting our next president for the next 4 years of American politics, the leader of the free world, so to speak. I'll use that term as ironically as anybody else. The leader of the free world will be decided today, and I will not have a hand in it at all. I am not going to vote. I am old enough to vote. I've been old enough to vote for the last two presidential elections, both of which went off and went off and decided the next president without any of my help. I am not going to throw my lot in with this presidential elections, and I don't vote. Now, usually people follow that up, and I'm not saying I'm not going to vote by saying, oh well, you know, Obama's going to win, and I hate Obama, so it's a lost cause, or Romney's going to win, and I hate Romney, so it's a lost cause, or things like that nature. I'm not here to try to tell you that one candidate is any markedly better or worse than the other. They're both rich plutocrats and well-educated, well-spoken, and they both have, if you listen to the debates, kind of similar platforms in that they're going to promise Americans everything they want all the time. Okay? That's the way it is. And, okay, whatever. And not because of that. I'm not here to be like, oh, Obama's this or Romney's that. They're both political cats, whatever. I'm not here to tell you that I don't vote because I'm one of those conspiracy theorists that say, oh, there's a cabal of people that are actually running the country, and they tell the president directly what to do and how to wage wars and things like that. Because that's all crap, too. That's not really the case. I mean, yeah, corporations in this country do have a lot of power, but they don't have a direct line to the president where they're like, get on and do this. No, that conspiratorial crap can go down the drain, too. I don't vote because I have maybe a little bit more than basic understanding of how our political system here in America works, or at least that's one of the reasons. Because I understand that all the things these presidential candidates are promising us, the very underpinnings of their campaigns are crap. They can't accomplish the things they promise you. They may want to. It may be a great idea. It may fix the economy. Let's say a budget proposal or tax reform would fix the economy. Some kind of tax reform would fix the economy. The president does not have the plenipotentiary powers to just change that unilaterally. Can't do it. It doesn't happen that way. So even though Obama or Romney or any other of the presidential candidates, and yes, there are more than that, regardless of what they say on big issues like that, they aren't things that can be changed unilaterally. And thusly, I think that there's not going to be that big of a change. If Obama is reelected, or if Romney is elected, if Obama was elected in 2008, or if the Republican candidate was elected then, I'm blanking on the name. It was I believe, wasn't it the guy? Yeah, I think it was the guy that shot another guy in the face. Regardless of whoever wins, I don't think there's going to be that radical of a change between who wins and who loses, because the fact is, no matter what the presidents promise you, they are bound into what they can do, and it's rather narrowly defined. I mean, yeah, they can wage wars, not wage wars, stuff like that. But still, even promising something like promising to bring the troops home is really an impossibility, because anybody that has any experience with international relations and war knows that if there's going to be an immediate evacuation of an occupying force, that's going to create a vacuum of power that is really going to be worse off for the regular innocent people, the actual innocent people that have no care for America and America's imperialism, and have no care for the evil forces, the axis of evil. They don't care. They're just regular people trying to live out their lives, and that's going to be worse for them. So I see it as an exercise in futility because nothing is really going to change all that much. They promise you the world. They promise you if things are bad, they're going to promise you that things are going to be good. If things are good, they're going to promise you that things are going to be extraordinarily better. And when you contrast those promises with what they're able to actually accomplish within the confines of the law that defines their position, they don't match up. We can't do it. So, Obama or Romney or whoever can promise this, promise that. It ain't going to matter. The odds are they're really not going to be able to accomplish it. So I don't vote. And if you want to, that's fine. But the one thing that I try to tell people is don't complain to me or don't try to tell me that because I didn't vote, I can't complain. Because my favorite, without a doubt, my favorite comedian of all time, George Carlin, has a bit on this. One of his specials. God, I forget what special it is. Somebody in the comments, let me know what special it is. His comedy special on HBO, where he talks about the logic of that. That if you don't vote, you have no right to complain. He says, well, that doesn't make any sense because if you vote and you elect these people and they screw things up, then you are responsible for that. Thus, you have no right to complain. I didn't vote. I had no hand in getting these people elected. So I, logically speaking, have every right to complain about the mess that you and other people created. There, right? So don't try to tell me in 4 more years when things are still just as screwed up, if not worse, or maybe just marginally better, don't try to tell me that, oh, well, you should have voted for that guy or you should have voted for your presidential candidate. No. I am going to have every right to complain in the next 4 years when things aren't immediately better. But everybody else, you have a right to vote. I'm not trying to influence your vote. I'm pretty sure that's a federal offense. You vote for whomever you please. That's the beauty of this country. And I hope that a lot of people out there would respect my right to abstain from voting because that is also an unalienable right of our people and a concept, a necessary tenet of the liberty that we all share. But I will say this. We are going to essentially be, and this is taken almost directly from George Carlin, my favorite, again, one of my favorite comedians of all times. I encourage all of you to go YouTube him. Great guy, or hilarious stuff. He's now dead, of course. We're going to essentially be doing the same thing today. You are going to go out and perhaps vote, pull the lever, check the box, whatever, and I am going to be staying home. The only difference is that when I get done masturbating, I'm going to have a little bit something to show for it. Goodbye, YouTube. Happy Election Day. Peace. I had hoped that this fad, which was a fad, a serious fad at one point, I had hoped that it had gone away. I hoped that it had moved on because the community is like that. They get on fads of things to be upset about. It was bumping, then it was giveaway.